What's up, YouTubeites? Welcome to Lords of Longbox presents the CovrPrice Top 10 for your week ending 9/10/2023.
Yes.
While you guys are congregating, let's play some music for you, shall we? It's been a while since we got some Doobie Brothers, man.
Ooh. Nice.
I'll start. 1, 2, ready.
Wow. I love those guys, man.
DJ Scratch Bastard, DJ Chris Carnes, DJ Marty, say what's good to the people.
What is good, everybody? Greetings and salutations, and thank the comic geek gods for another show here. Everybody, welcome. It's so great to be here as always.
Laura, say what's good.
I don't know how I can beat that. He just said everything I wanted to say. I'm excited you guys are here. We have a good show. It's going to be fun. It always is.
You flatter me, Laura. You flatter me.
Where's JB when you need him? He's JB has math club on Tuesday, so he can't do the Tuesday show. And I'm trying to do that comment picker, and it goes 5 divided by 3. What the fuck is 5 divided by 3?
1 point.
It's some type of formula something. You have to probably put. Maybe you have to give it the answer for it to work. I don't know.
I don't either.
It's so sad. I have to pull out my phone. I'm like, I didn't even know 5 can be divided by 3. 5 divided by 3.
There is.
Well, it's not even.
1.666666. Oh, how apropos. Let me try that.
Oh, I said 1.1. I was totally wrong.
1.1.
It's really bad. Oh, there you go,
1
Rudy.
divided by 9. What's one? Why is it asking me 1 divided by 9 is 9, right?
Repeating.
No, that'd be 9 divided
Yeah.
by 1.
Right.
So
9
it's
divided
1.
by 1. It's one-
It's 1/9, isn't it? 1 divided by
It's-
9.
Now it's like
It's
4
9.
divided by 6.
The Lord's in math. This is bad.
Good
I
God.
don't
Let's just
know.
get right to it, boys and girls. This is a Cover Price Top 10 brought to your friends over at CoverPrice.com for your price guides, collections, and trends. Head over to CoverPrice.com for a 2-week free trial or for $6.99 a month. Also, our friends over at Bird City Comics use a discount code of LOTLB to get 15% off anything in the Bird City Comics exclusive store. Check in Thursday, so you can say Laura will tell you what's going to drop on Friday. You guys have a new drop on Friday?
Yeah, so I can't say we can't show it yet, but tomorrow on our IG you'll see our hack/cover, and it is insanely cool. So stay tuned for that. That'll be launching on Friday.
Why isn't when JB
Good
does
stuff.
this so much easier? It's like all these weird division questions. Like, what the hell? How am I
You
supposed
said it
to
was
even do
5
that?
plus 3, not divided by 3.
No, I'm looking at it. It says 9 divided by 4 now. Am I looking at it wrong?
Well, is it the division sign? Is it actually a plus sign? But
Oh
it just
shit, I'm
looks like a
stupid.
division
Yeah, it
sign?
looks it's a plus
Yeah.
sign.
Is it a plus
I'm
sign?
sorry, JB. JB is somewhere in the live chat saying you stupid motherfucker.
No, in your defense, plus does kind of look like a division sign. Like even JB sort of looks like it could be 2 dots, and I don't know. I could see how they make the mistake.
Yeah, so just go
Yeah.
with what we're saying. So there's 52 comments in there from last Thursday's show. If you want to be in for this week's giveaway, make sure you leave a comment
Nice.
and we'll give away some of Ms. Laura's books. Let's get things started,
Nice.
shall we? What do we
Let's
have
do
for this
this.
week's runner-up?
Runner-up at number 11 is Immortal X-Men number 15 by Joshua Sway Swaby, 1 in 25, published by Marvel in 2023. This is a gorgeous cover, by the way. I love this cover. This X-Men run
It is.
is doing right by telling a compelling story within this current run. It's been reviewed highly, bringing on board multiple villains doing villainy things. That and a killer splash page at the book's end has fans dying for more. Know what else has been reviewed highly? This 1 in 25 variant is from Joshua Sway. The community loves a good Emma Frost cover, and this book checks the boxes, leading us to track 15 copies sold at a 7-day trend of 97%, with a high sale of $51.16 for a raw copy and a current raw near mint fair market value of $42.
Love
That
Sway
is,
work.
that is a gorgeous cover. Joshua Sway Swabby. I don't know what's his real name. Probably Swabby, and he just says, "Call me Sway," which is really cool,
Sway.
by the way. Not as cool as TiVo, but still pretty damn cool. Do you know what TiVo stands
Not
for?
too bad.
Timbo.
Nope. Tenacious vocabulary.
Tenacious vocabulary.
All right.
All right, let's get right to it. Mortal X-Men number 15 coming in, and the runner-up. What do we have for this week's top 10? God damn, I just sold this.
Kicking off the list, number 10, Star Wars Kanan number 6 from 2015. The Ahsoka series is halfway through its season, and the reviews have been mostly positive. With so many characters from the Rebels appearing in the series, it makes sense that this book is jumping onto our top 10 lists. The big moneymaker initially was the full set of cameos in Star Wars Kanan number 1. This issue, which contains the first full appearances, have overtaken the other book to the top 10 on its own. We tracked 14 copies sold at a 7-day trend of 151%, with a high sale of $350 for a CGC 9.8 and a near mint raw fair market value of 102. You just sold this, TiVo?
Yeah, I think that you sold this with your lot, didn't you?
Yeah, I had
Yeah.
Star Wars Kanan 1 through 6. But I didn't have those. Like, there's like a really hard to find. There's some variants that were done that are really like super expensive. Like, to me, $350 for a 9.8 still seems to be undervalued to me. Especially with all the live action stuff that they're going to be eventually doing. So I think it has room to grow.
This is definitely a beautiful book, man. And seeing this again on there, I mean, another Kanan, wow, amazing. Huh?
When this came out, I
Chopper.
guarantee you nobody gave a shit about Kanan when the series came out.
Of course not.
Nobody.
I don't
Of
think
course
so.
not.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember when it first came out back in 2015. But then again, I was even a Star Wars fan back then, so I went ahead and picked it up. But I didn't pick up the variants. I just
It's a good story because it tells about how him and his master, this female Jedi, and she sacrificed himself to save him, and then it continues on into Star Wars Rebels, and and then full blown on right now as we speak. Don't watch it. You can watch it after the show.
Don't watch it yet.
Ahsoka, so which is going to be playing in theaters, by the way. Star Wars Kanan number 6 coming in at number 10. I have a trivia question about Rebels that I've been meaning to ask that I'll do probably for Thursday's live chat, since we're going to give away for the thing.
All right.
I gotta brush up. I gotta brush up. Oh, number 9, we've got Dazzler number 1 again by Marvel, published in 1981. Not so long ago, Dazzler's books were barely moving, even with some books in the dollar bin. When the pandemic hit, minor keys like this started going for a premium. This book took off slower than other books. That all changed a couple weeks ago when the rumor that Taylor Swift may cameo as Mutant Superstar. Although we have no information on whether this rumor is true, Taylor Swift has enough star power to launch this book into our top 10 weekly. Don't believe that. Here's a example. Taylor Swift's recent movie, Erator, broke the pre-sale ticket record recently. This record was recently held by Spider-Man: No Way Home, the most financially successful MCU movie since Avengers Endgame. Imagine for a moment if this is true, and then a step further if Marvel recognizes the long-term potential in Miss Swift. Do not underestimate what the Taylor Swift fans can accomplish. We tracked 28 copies sold at a 7-day trend of 77%, with a high sale of $180 for CGC 9.8 and a current raw, very fine, fair market value of $9.
So the Errors tour is actually it's a concert movie is what it is because I remember I saw the trailer for it, and I remember when when people were buying tickets for it was like ridiculously priced, and people now you just go into the AMC theater and you buy a ticket, you get the best seat in the house for a concert, man, front row, right? You don't have to deal with all the bullshit. So I was there. I was there seeing the Nun Part 2, things that people watch.
Nun Part 2. I've heard great reviews on that, man. What do you think?
It is good. I loved it.
Is it?
It follows up after the Nun, the first one, and it's part of the Conjuring universe with the Warrens, with the nuns. But this one was really well done. It's the same. Okay. It's the same nun that was in the first one that did perform the exorcism, and then the same evil kind of presence. It's really good.
That's exciting. I'm excited now.
Dark plus evil. Watch the Nun first. The first Nun, but then watch the second Nun, because it's
so two thumbs up for Nun 2.
It's second to none. Dare I say?
Second to none. Nice, good pun,
yes,
good pun.
We're hearing Nun puns all day long. Number 9 on the list is Dazzler number 1 from 1981, CC 9.8 for $180. All right, look at this. Right back on our list.
Yep, here we go again. Number 8, we have Spider-Man 2099 from 1992. Miguel O'Hara is another Spider-Verse staple that ceases to lose popularity. His debut in Across the Spider-Verse took him to the top spot. Since the movie's release, 2099's first appearance has been swinging back and forth between our top 10 and runner-up lists. This book has a long way to go before people lose complete interest. We tracked 30 copies sold at a 7-day trend of 75%, with a high sale of $71 for a CGC 9.6, and a raw near mint fair market value of only $18.
Yeah, there's tons of these out. This is 1992. The print runs were absolutely huge, and it's easy to get 9.8 on this because of the card stock
the
cover.
Card stock, yeah.
It's either 9.8 or it isn't, like we always say. So
I have a copy of this. Matter of fact, I'm 3 and 4 right now.
There you go.
Are you really? Nice.
Yes.
Number 8 on the list is Spider-Man 2099. All right, here's one that was really unexpected.
Oh, yes. Number 7, The Crow, Flesh and Blood number 1. Kitchen Sink Top Dollar Comics, published in 1996. The Crow film reboot has had a historically shaky journey. It's taken quite a while to get its footing. However, production has wrapped and the film is scheduled to debut in 2024. Despite the actors and writers' strike, Moresso producer Sam Pressman is ramping up hype for the film. He stated that the film will blow people's mind. and is an anti-Marvel movie. Pressman alluded to this film being the beginning of a shared universe, possibly branching into video games and animated series. With very little info to go on, one thing we know for sure is that the producers behind the film has high hopes that The Crow will be the birth of a new expanded universe. Within that universe, there's speculation around Iris Shaw, another victim of death resurrected by the Crow, being present in this new film. Her first appearance in this issue has been taken off. We tracked 15 copies sold at a 7-day trend of 156%, with a high sale of $225 for a CGC 9.8 copy and a current raw fine fair market value of $6. Very interesting. Yeah.
I mean, is he openly promoting it as an anti-Marvel film? I mean, is that something he should be doing? I mean, you know.
Now this is kind of blowing my mind here, man. Just to see this and just to read about this one. So
this isn't even the first. This isn't even the first series. This is like came out afterward. The first Crow is like really hard to find. This is the Crow Flesh and Blood #1. So number 7 on the list, the Crow Flesh and Blood #1 from 1996, CGC 9.8 for $225. I just sold this as part of my collection too.
Ooh, we are cruising here. And this is a good one. Number 6, Marvel Superheroes Secret Wars #8 from 1984. Black Suit Spider-Man and Venom's debut are among the most anticipated MCU events. Since the end credits scene showed Tom Hardy's Venom leave behind a piece of the symbiote, fans have been anticipating the debut of the classic storyline. While the Avengers Secret Wars may not adapt to this particular storyline, it could be incorporated differently. There are no updates on the Secret Wars movies, but fans are still clamoring away for a copy of this classic cover. We tracked 25 copies sold at a 7-day trend of 100%, with a high sale of $650 for a CGC 9.8 copy and a raw, very fine fair market value of $151.
Not bad at all. This gives me 4 or 6 now.
Yeah, I mean this book was like in 1984 when it came out. It just like blew up everywhere.
It did.
It was like Spider-Man had a new costume in years, and all of a sudden he had a black suit Spider-Man, and then obviously Venom was spun out of that. Todd McFarlane, $299, $298. First Eddie Brock. I just sold that too, by the way, 9.8.
Really?
I sold this in a 9.6. So
nice.
So good.
I've had a few copies of this, and one of my copies is actually signed by 4 of the artists on there, the writer and the artist. So I have that one, but it's not graded. So I'd be interested in to see if I send this one in, what I'd get.
Yeah.
But
number 6 on the list, Marvel Superheroes Secret Wars #8, $650 in a 9.8. More Miles.
Nice. Once again I have this one too. Okay. Number 5 is Ultimate Fallout #4, Marvel, published in 2011. Miles Morales' first appearance has been making wild swings in the past few months. There are weeks where we speculate whether Miles Morales' heat will cool off, and then the following week it lands on our top 10. Miles Morales is arguably the second most popular Spider variant in existence, and fans put their money where their mouth is when it comes to his first appearance. We tracked 25 copies sold at a 7-day trend of 112%. with a high sale of $1,699 for a CGC 9.8 and a raw near mint fair market value. Wow, $4,832. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, wow. Holy cow.
Did I sell this or not? Because I know I had 2 copies at one point. And
I gave a couple of these out because I had quite a few at one time, right? So I gave a couple. I gave one to Ray, and I sent someone, and I AOK'd someone else, man. So, and then I'm looking at this, and I'm thinking to myself, did I just give away close to $2,000 or $4,000 of a
Don't think of it that way. That'll just drive me nuts.
I know, right?
You do a time thing for somebody and just leave it at that.
I think I have some Ultimate Fallouts at CGC right now. I have like a 21 book submission at CGC that it was submitted during San Diego Comic-Con. That was in July, so yeah, they're a little backed up right now, but I was like, I'm in no hurry. I'm just like I sold my collection. I'm like, I don't care. You got to just emotionally divest yourself from your collection and not hoard everything. What are you gonna do with it?
And I think as we I get a little bit more experience when it comes to collecting and a little bit more wiser. I don't want to say older. I just want to say a little bit wiser. We kind of look at what is important to us and what's not so important, and what we want to keep and stay with, and that's a little bit smarter because
I have one
you're not
short box
blowing
of
your
slabs left.
yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Just a short box packed, and it's full of my Uncanny X-Men run, like number 2, and up to like 50 something. I think I kept my I sold my Hulk 181. I think I still have Tomb of Dracula number 10. I sold I sold my first Werewolf by Night, sold my first Dracula, all slabs. Go check out the Big To Do. I meant he's got great pricing on them, so I try not to watch the video too much because then I cry. Oh, I'm just kidding. I'm just like, he came over. I laid out all my boxes. I said, dude, just take them, man. I don't want to.
Yeah,
I said,
I saw that,
one.
man.
I said, take one, take all. I was like, you know what?
It kind of, I was so like amazed at seeing your collection of what you had, because it had been years since we used to do the first person shooter type of videos and used to post those. But in the same token, it kind of hurt my heart for you, brother.
Not really.
That's the feeling I got too.
I had tons of spec books on there that were like timely specs for the time, but right now it's somewhat of a downturn for the market, even though we see these top 10 lists, but it doesn't really reflect at local comic shops and this, that, and the other. I mean, because these are all aftermarket sales anyway on eBay, so like they can put out, it's whatever is the hot thing of the week, and then people, like, for instance, this next book.
Oh, that's me. Sorry. All right. Number 4, we have Spider-Man number 7 by Humberto Ramos. Top secret spoiler that came out in 2023. Anthony's laughing. You say it.
Humberto.
Say the Ramos.
Ramos.
Yeah. Whatever. His rolling R is like built in. It's fine. Anyway, have you forgotten about Spider-Boy? The fandom has not. November begins the first solo series for the Spider Sidekick. Spider-Boy has, thus far, been an integral character in the most recent Spider-Man stories. This book was an instant hit when it was released, and many believe the hype would go away as quickly as it appeared. I was one of those people, and I regret not buying it when I had a chance to, when it was cheaper. However, this book continues to soar, and fans can't get enough of Bailey Briggs. We tracked 29 copies sold at a 7-day trend of 96%, with a high sale of $115 for a 9.8 and a raw near mint going for $33.
It's still super, super cheap and reasonable. I mean, relatively. I mean, 9.8 for $115. I mean, for a brand new character who's getting a new ongoing series. And, I will say this about Marvel, that they at least have the pulse of what the collector community is doing. If they see a character is hot, then they'll like, you know what, let's give him his own series, But
and they're good at catering to the younger crowd too, man.
Sometimes they could overdo it, and give you, 30 variants, and sometimes, fan service, just that and the other, you see it in the movies where, the fans were clamoring for it. And then when they put the Fantastic Four and Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness and killed him, and everybody started complaining. It was like, hey man, we never promised you guys anything. We just do an Easter egg in there. You should be happy that you got to see Black Bolt destroyed, with his head collapsed in. Right. He's like, what mouth? And I was like, damn, son. Anyway, number 4 on the list is Spider-Man number 7, the Humberto Ramos top secret spoiler variant, coming out in the CTC 9.8 for 115 bonards. All right. If Dazzler's on here once, she has to be on her twice.
Absolutely. We've got X-Men number 130. This is the newsstand by Marvel, published in 1980. This book has been popping off since the rumor that Taylor Swift may appear in Deadpool 3 as the Dazzler. Dazzler's first appearance has consistently remained in our top 10 lists. Since the rumors began, we have yet to have an official confirmation of whether this was true. In fact, director Sean Levy shared that all the cameo rumors floating around may or may not be accurate. Levy is holding all the Deadpool 3 secrets as close to his chest as possible. Until we get a full confirmation or denial, Swift fans and comic fans alike are picking up the first appearance of Dazzler. That led us to track 28 copies sold at a 7-day trend of 106%, with a high sale of $1,320 for a CGC 9.8 and a current raw fine fair market value of $98 as copies flood the market.
Yeah, so if you watch like Emergency Awesome or Screen Crush or New Rock Stars, they talk about they have like 3 million subs. You should definitely hit them up.
they're-
But they talk
they're
about
amazing.
like all the Deadpool 3 news. First of all, Deadpool 3 is right now it's in kind of hiatus. The producers are doing as much as they can with the SAG strike and the writer strike that's
Mhm.
going on, because they finished half of the film pretty much. But due to SAG and the writer strike, the producers can still work on the film, but not, obviously not the writers and actors or
Right,
anything like
right.
that. Like, interesting enough, like they were telling actors like you can't promote anything, but there was a weird, what the fuck is it called? GalaxyCon? I don't
Okay.
even know where that is,
I don't
but
know.
Daredevil was there. The girl that plays what is it,
Huh.
something Ritter that plays Jessica Jones was there. The
Yeah.
guy who plays Bullpen was there, and they were just talking about
Yeah.
Defender stuff, but I guess they loosened the reins a little bit. I mean, I guess some other controversy. I never thought I'd say this on the show is mention the word Drew Barrymore, but Drew Barrymore apparently is starting her show up again, even without the writers, because she's like, other talk shows
Okay.
have done this as well as, things that I don't watch, like, The View or The Stand, whatever the fuck it's called. So,
Right.
so other things like
the
so.
stain.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck.
God.
Yeah, but Drew Barrymore is like, I'm gonna do it still, and a lot of her writers are on strike. So in a way, it's not good for them because the writers aren't getting paid, but you still have hundreds of production staff, cameramen, grip, caterer,
Correct.
all this stuff that gets employed when you're in production, which is,
Yeah.
costing the Hollywood industry like billions of dollars
Yeah.
alone in
Yeah.
this last 60 days. Cause you think of all the ancillary stuff that comes with it, like, renting of trucks, renting of classic cars or whatever for other films or what are doing. And it's affecting all of US. I was talking to a friend in Canada who says that it's not affecting Canadian productions. I was like, that's interesting. And it's not affecting European productions because the House of the Dragon is still in development over there.
Of course. Yeah.
They're just saying, hey, we're in solidarity, but we're still sticking to our bylaws and we're gonna continue making shows. So why do you think there's so many international and animated shows on Netflix right now?
Yeah, right.
Like I don't think somewhere along the lines, I think there was a loophole for animation. Like they don't fall under any of those guidelines, but we should see. Hopefully it ends soon, man, because
good knowledge, Tim. Good knowledge.
Yeah, that was interesting. I'm like paying attention.
Very interesting. Dropping that knowledge bomb.
I was told by
Economic
Hollywood
ripple effect.
insiders that I know that are friends of mine that this isn't gonna end anytime soon because it's a good way of the studios to shut down a lot of projects that they weren't confident in.
Yeah.
Right. So, and but apparently it's costing some. They're saying studios are saying like Warner Brothers are saying it's costing us $300 million, but they're lying because they were able to shit can some shit. Remember like the Batgirl movie and some other stuff, and then and then like Aquaman just is coming out with a trailer tomorrow, and the movie drops in December, which is not a lot of faith to have drop a trailer 3 months before the movie comes out. So for those Aquaman fans, where's Marky Mark? Where's Marky, the big Aquaman fan when you need him. So X-Men 130, the newsstand edition from 1980, 1320 for 9.8. Wow.
Nice.
Wow, this gorgeous cover's back on here.
Oh, she's back.
It's definitely been making the rounds. All right, at number 2, we have Nord's Illustrated Swimsuit Edition, number 1 by Pablo Villalobos. This is the 1 in 25 that just released. Wonder Woman covers have been fetching top dollar in the aftermarket. This book is no exception. The ever-loving Green Lantern Nord features a beach day for DC's most popular characters. Many characters pose for their best beach swimsuit artwork, from Nightwing to Poison Ivy. Out of all the covers, Lobos' cover has been a top seller. We tracked 18 copies sold at a 7-day trend of 172%, with a high sale of $150 for a raw copy, and a current raw near mint fair market value of $112.
Beautiful cover.
It's such a weird concept. Gnort Illustrated, because Gnort is one of the lanterns, or Green Lanterns. And we've talked about this before because this book has been on the list for 2 weeks now, 3 weeks now.
Yeah.
This is from a bygone era of 90s excess when we used to have a bunch of swimsuit editions. Both Image, Marvel, DC, they were all doing it. I remember you see Superman in a Speedo, you see Batman in a Speedo, but Batman still had his cowl on. It was kind of ridiculous, right? I remember the Gen 13 calendar.
Yes, the Gen 13. I remember that. Yes.
I remember Gen 13, the swimsuit edition.
Scott Campbell.
That one. Yeah. So
Yep.
Jim Lee did a lot of them too. So yeah, it's pretty interesting, man. Gnort, that's fun to say. Illustrated swimsuit
Gnort.
edition #1. Pablo Villalobos 1 in 25. 150 for a raw dog. I can see why. Oh my stars.
Beautiful.
Wow. Like we say, just like
Sexy
herpes,
mama.
disappears and shows up every few months.
Yes. Here we go. We've got #1, which is Spawn #1 by Image Comics, published in 1992. 3 weeks ago, we covered the resurgence of Pawn #1 sales. At that time, McFarlane used his San Diego Comic-Con panel to announce that Spawn will be debuting in one of the world's most popular video games. Although the name wasn't announced, last week, a data mine leak revealed a slew of new
Ooh.
skins coming to Call of Duty Warzone 2.0. Among these skins were Skeletor from He-Man, Alucard from Hellsing, Ash from The Evil Dead, and Spawn. Spawn debuting in the most popular game in the world is a massive news for the character. In fact, this news has shot Spawn #1 straight to the top of our list. We tracked 51 copies sold at a 7-day trend of 92% with a high sale of $160 for a CGC 9.8 and a raw near mint fair market value of $30. Going off
Wow.
of a game, too.
Yeah. So if you know
Yeah.
your Spawn origins, Al Simmons was originally a soldier, right? I mean, so the more Spawn
Right.
uses his power, the more he would lose his life energy. So he would use a lot of guns most of the time. Even in the movie, you remember he was like toting guns, before.
Yeah,
His
he was
wild-ass-
like a Marine recon guy or something, and yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. I
Yeah.
even think he was part of Team 7. No, what was that? I'm confusing my other. Team 7 was another great Image title. But God, did I sell my? I have a Spawn. Shit, I gotta find them now. I have 1 through 50 still. I used to have 1
Yeah.
through 50, 1 through 150. Then I gave them like to my my daughter's ex-boyfriend because he was like a big Spawn fan. So I said, here, just take these, and I kept
Aw.
1 through 50 for myself.
Well,
There's some good covers on
the
there.
ones to keep was the 1 and 9 were always the big thing for a while.
Yeah, I just sold 5 copies of #9, part of my collection.
Did you?
For
5
Angelo?
copies,
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think Angelo's coming. Not in my time anytime soon. Anyway,
Yeah.
I'll be long and gone, retired.
Maybe
from
another
working on
decade,
box.
man. Maybe
Yeah,
another decade.
I won't be around to talk about it in 2025. I'll be retiring.
Right.
No, you won't. We've talked
Not
about
unless
this.
you get. We still got like a couple more months to go, Tim.
No,
We've got,
he's not
what,
leaving.
October,
I won't let
November?
it
Yeah,
happen.
3 more months.
Ever.
Yeah, we're still at only 9,000 or 7,980, or we 70 subs away from 8,000. So
Okay, not bad.
till you fucktards get there, I'm out.
I'm going to make some fake accounts and I'm gonna just start subscribing.
Should I buy subscriptions? Do you remember if you used to do that shit?
Yes.
Oh, man.
People
Oh.
used
People
to
did
do
that?
that.
Oh
Yes.
yeah, you'd be surprised.
Oh, for sure.
Now you can always tell they have like an inordinate amount of like subscribers, and they'll have
Right.
like 60 views per video. That just
Right.
means
Oh.
Yeah.
that doesn't mean
Or,
crazy.
that-
or,
that's
or
just-
one day you see them have like 60 subscribers, and the next day it's like 3,000 something. And
All
where
right,
did
doesn't
that
make
come
any
from?
sense. Okay.
7 plus 6 is 13.
Good. Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to sound condescending. Yes.
I have 57. We have 57 comments.
right.
I will send you a bunch of Bird City Comics exclusives. I got here sitting right
Nice.
next to me that were not part of the sale.
Yeah, I think I'm done sending out all the ones that I had to. So if I missed
Oh,
anybody,
yeah.
let me know. I think
I'm
think I
still
got it
missing like
today.
2 or 3 people. I'm gonna get to them this week, but I was gonna get to it today, and my allergies kicked in. I said, you know what? I'm gonna stay at home and watch Warrior Nun on Netflix. Great
Mhm.
fucking show. Things that people watch part 2 that you should watch. Warrior Nun on Netflix. Bunch of
Warrior
nuns
Nun.
kicking ass, man.
I
Based on
watched
Warrior Nun
season
Ariella.
1. Now, have you guys been watching what is that? Oh my god, tip of my tongue now. Wheel of Time. Have you guys seen that?
Yeah.
I just started the next season. It's a little confusing.
What?
Yeah, when it kicked back up, I was like, "Where did we leave off?" Because I feel like it was too long of a period between.
Okay.
I need to go back
I'm
and like
still
watch
waiting
the
for
Love it.
Rings of Power to come back.
One of
on,
my
too.
favorites. One of my
All right.
favorites.
Good luck to everybody, and the winner is Rush Diehard. Who's always in the
Rush,
live chat.
congratulations.
Congratulations, Rush Diehard. All right.
Rush Die Hard. I like it.
Awesome, brother.
Yeah, because he always comments on when we play the Doobie Brothers because Rush is, from Canada. I believe he's Canadian. Anyway, Rush Diehard, hit me up on Instagram, and I'll send you some of Miss Bird City's books. God, there's a ton of them. Yes.
Yeah, you got our Battle Chasers. People are like, it's a good one.
Do I still? Oh my!
Don't you still have that? Yeah, you still have the Battle Chasers.
Oh, yes. Yes.
I only have one copy of it. Sorry. No.
Yeah.
I have 1, 2. Oh wow!
I think we sent you like 7.
An embarrassment of riches. Look
Oh,
at that.
good Lord. Look at that.
And you know what?
Beautiful.
I don't ever
Send-
resell these.
Send
I
one
give
my
them.
way.
I give them back to
Send
the. I
one,
give them back to the
2,
community, man.
Maybe 3, maybe 4, maybe 5.
Wasn't Laura looking for Heir to the Empire for you?
I haven't gone in
Yes,
at all.
yes.
That's my same
That's
excuse.
right.
I haven't shipped your books yet.
Oh, man, I'm sorry. I meant to go and check
I'm
it
going
out.
to.
but
I promise.
life gets
I
in the
will.
way.
By the time he gets, by the
it's
time she gets to
okay.
look for the Heir for the Empire would have fallen.
What the hell, Tebow? Throw me under the bus. I will look, Marty. I will.
I
Eventually.
just
I
sold
believe
my.
you.
I just sold my Heir to the Empire.
I believe
9.8.
you. You just did. Yeah,
I
yeah.
just sold it. And you know what? At its peak, it was like 1,500. And it was like now the 9.8 is selling for 9.8. I was like, I sold it at the right time. So for the amount that I got, and so,
Absolutely.
and will I buy more comics? I don't know, but I tell you what, I won't be. I'll be debt free, motherfucker. That's what I'll be. That's what I use. Sold my comics, and it just kept my BMW payment, and that's it. And
Are you
Ooh,
feeling
that was
better? Are
me-
you feeling
that
good?
was me
Is
flexing. That
life
was me
good
flexing.
now?
Yeah, because as soon as I get out of debt, then I'll be like, maybe I should buy this and that.
Doesn't always happen like that. You're like, oh, I'm clean, I'm clear.
Yeah, and then you're like,
Yeah.
oh my god, I have a PayPal balance. I'm like, oh shit, I forgot about all that.
Oh,
Anyway.
and this looks good too. This looks good. Yeah.
No. I kept a handful of. I have a short box of slabs that I kept, like I sold a lot of Strange Tales, like early Strange Tales, like 115, 118, 119, but I kept 110 and 111, first appearance of Doctor Strange. I kept the first 4 issues of Silver Surfer, which I still have,
Good.
which is
Of
two
course.
favorite characters of Doctor Strange, Silver Surfer. I may in the future get a Journey into Mystery 83. Thor is there's one that I've never gotten. So
Well, Silver Surfer. I remember Silver Surfer and the Thor, like you had mentioned as well, and of course Doctor Strange has always been your go-to.
yeah. But we got to go now, boys and girls. Congratulations, Rush Die Hard. Send me up a message on Instagrams, or if you guys know Rush Die Hard, send them a message. Marty, any last words?
Oh man, I was so happy. I must have been like 5 or 6 on the board tonight. So, anyways, you guys
Wow.
have a wonderful, blessed rest of the evening. Watch Ahsoka and just enjoy the rest of your week. And we'll see you Thursday.
And Laura, last words.
Yeah, head over to Near Nirvana. We are covering Grand Admiral Thrawn tonight.
Ooh,
Nice,
perfect.
nice. Lord and the
And for Marty, Laura, and JB from Discovery Bay Comics, and Matt Damon, who couldn't make it this week. Till next time, keep digging in them long boxes. Peace out.
Shake and bake and pull it back.
Oh my god.
Hold on and get some, boy.
In the great hall of the Justice League, there are assembled the world's 3 greatest heroes, created from the cosmic legends of the universe. Their mission, to fight injustice, to right that which is wrong, and to serve all mankind.
Now that's a name I've not heard.
In this, you shall know that the Lord is upright.
Shake and bake and
In this, you shall know that the Lord is upright. In this, you shall know that the Lord is upright.
Go on and get some, boys.
Jack, here's the deal. I'm the best there is.
In this, you shall know that the Lord is upright.
What's in the box?